and for his wife to say, yeah, but there's not a fearless bone. You put him behind the wheel of a car, there's not a fearless bone in his body. And racing has changed a lot since the time that I was in racing years and years ago back in Wilmington, North Carolina. I mean,
see, me and you hit it off right from the bat, chemistry, because you're from North Carolina like I am. So, I'm from Clayton and you're from Wilmington.
And we both like Eastern style North Carolina
That's
barbecue.
right. Yes, sir. Let's
back
bring
to
it
racing,
back to
Wesley.
green. Yes, sir. Back for the restart here. Cunningham, the man out in front, and after every jump on the whole shot, he jumps out 2 car lengths, but here comes Clenard. He'll make a move on the inside. Nope, can't get there. He'll have to shut the door and reel back in single file. Through 2 car lengths lead by Cunningham, and now Clenard gets loose off of turn 4, opening up the door now for Sloan on the bottom out of 4 and out the line.
And into turn 1 they go. Sloan has to drop in behind him because he can't make that pass. John McBrayer has moved around into 4th place, and he's got Sloan in his sights as he starts trying to track down the number 3 car. Out of turn 4 they come, still running. 1, 2, 3. Chris Cunningham, Tommy Clenard, and Jimmy Sloan Jr.
That's right. They'll come back across the line. The laps continue to roll on here.
Now they're just kind of stretched out and running. We look back. Oh, Clenard just kind of got a little wiggly into turn 3 and allowed Jimmy Sloan to close in on him just a little bit. But when you look back at 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, those cars are all bunched up back there, racing hard in the back of the pack.
That's right. Top 3 interviews are coming up here in a moment. We're going to actually make our way down trackside and have a word with all 3 drivers. As right now, we're just halfway home. Man, this race is far from over. We're only just begun. At least the first half is in.
2 wide through turns 1 and 2. It was Clenard and Sloan. Sloan had to back out of it on the lower part of the track as Clenard got up high. Now they come into lap traffic. We'll see what they do now as Chris Cunningham starts to work his way around the cars in front. And there goes Clenard as they go into turn 1 doing the same thing. They take the high side, and the driver, good etiquette as he drops down to the lower part of the track to allow those cars by.
That's right. They'll go to turn number 3. Good moving through lap traffic is Chris Cunningham from Albany, Georgia, the 229 car leading the way across the line. Another lap coming up on the board. As Cunningham sets his marks back to turns number 1 and 2. Clenard sits in second. Now, could Clenard be setting him up? Clenard's ready to make a strike on Cunningham as he went to see if he's going to use up his tires? Is it just Cunningham's got a strong car right now?
Cunningham's always had a good, strong car. Don't know much about Tommy Clenard as he came over from Dublin, Georgia. But
Patriot Park Speedway's his regular track.
Watching him race last night, he was very, very strong. So it's kind of maybe they're just kind of sitting to put in a few laps here before they get toward the end of the race and really start to work those tires.
And at one time we saw Jimmy Sloan starting to make a rally back to the front. Now he's had to settle back for 3rd. Can't seem to rail back in your top 2 cars. He's got a nice little margin there for 4th place driver.
Oh, and we have got a wreck here going into turn 1.
Oh, my goodness.
Into the wall.
That's the 69, I believe it is. Or the 03 of Gary Shaw.
Gary Shaw in that 03 car hit the wall at an angle going into turn 1. And there comes the track crew quickly out. Caution flag is out once again.
So we are going to go under the caution flag. Again, somebody is getting the black flag also. Your flagman is waving the black flag to the car that's in turn number 4.
And not sure what that call was. I'll try to find out for us if I can.
That's what we're being told. The car that is in turn 4, the flagman is telling him you are parked here at Norman Park.
That's a great place. Great afternoon. 72
nice day. Yes, sir.
is a temperature. Our fans in the stands having a great time.
As my good friend Joe Kelly, you met earlier with Racing with Jesus Ministries, the announcer at Bubba Raceway Park at All Tech Raceway, as he calls it holiday pay, Wes James. That's what he calls these big money races, holiday pay. And of course, as you get down to the end of the year, it starts getting cold. Yeah, big money's on the line. But hey, 71 degrees in Norman Park, Georgia. It's going to dip down into the 60s tonight by about 6 o'clock. Hopefully we will be done by then. I know that Chris Walker and Chance Smith said they wanted to definitely get this show done as quickly as possible. People might have church services they want to go to tonight. They might want to get back home, rest, relax. I got to go to work in the morning. You got a short week, though, West James. You only got 2 days, and then you get to go off for holiday for Thanksgiving break. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving holiday as well.
Some folks get 2 days. Some of us have to work 3.
Okay. So you got to be back on the air in the morning, right?
Well, actually, I'll be on the air tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. There you go.
Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night. Take Thursday and Friday off. Because Friday, I'm headed to Atlanta to broadcast a playoff football game.
There you go. Well, my playoff football days are over for high school, at least, because they got taken out in the first round last Friday night, which actually you heard on the Community Radio Network with my partner, Trace Knight, who's running the boards for us back home in North Carolina. Our servers in Dallas, Texas. Of course, that's CRN Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Use the hashtag CRN Sports and Community Radio Network. Give us a like and a follow on Facebook and Twitter. And, of course, a tough loss there. But now we go into basketball. And as I told you, I got a college football radio show tomorrow to talk about. And then, of course, Tuesday it's basketball coverage between Clayton and South Garner is what it is, actually. South
Garner?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Familiar with South Garner.
Oh, them Trojans are something else. You remember them.
They can play a little basketball over there.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, hopefully we will take the checkered flag of the finish of this. Has been an interesting Caution Field Super Street race. Right now, Chris Cunningham is out in front. From Needmore Speedway, this is the Early Bird 50 on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Still under caution flag conditions after the incident involving car number 03 out of Tifton, Georgia, of Gary Shaw. His car has been put on the hook, and he'll go back behind the wall. We'll get ready to go back for the restart here in just a moment for the continuation of the Super Street feature in the 2018 running of the Early Bird 50. From Needmore Speedway, this is the Community Radio Network, the voice of excitement.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HiQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Live your life and just let go. If you try, then you will know.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720. Build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Rudo Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720.
And back here at Needmore Speedway, Wes James along with Wes Outland. Here it is for our Super Streets and
developing story on one of the second-place cars.
It is the car of Tommy Clenard from Dublin, Georgia. He has been running up front, led this race for a little while, Wesley, and did not see what happened to his car because while they were hooking Gary Shaw up, who hit the wall in turn 1, did not see what happened to Tommy Clenard's car, but he is getting a push. They have pushed him not back to the pits, but he is down in the pit area, an area where they would normally be changing tires. They're actually looking, looks like they're trying to look under the hood right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's something internal right now. If we had a pit reporter there, they could give you an update. It looks like the crews are talking with each other, but they're showing no signs of quickly trying to get that car back on the racetrack. We're back for the restart, however. We started with 17 cars or 15 cars. We're down to only 5 remaining. So, yes, the process of elimination can be blamed on calamity and attrition. Here they come out of turn 4. Cunningham still out in front. The laps wind down. They're off the corner, back to 1.
And it's Jimmy Sloan Jr., who is our points leader, as he follows Cunningham, who finished second in the points. I can't tell you how many times this year, Wesley, they have finished 1 and 2. They have run away from the field just like they're doing now all season long. Most of the time, it has been that 27 car out front. So it'll be interesting to see just what happens here in the latter stages of this race as Sloan gets a little bit high as he goes into turn 2.
Well, how about Glenn Luke now? He's got himself a nice little mulligan. He's now moved his way to the number 3 spot. After Clenard had his problems, he's moved to second now. Is the 27 of Jimmy Sloan Jr., the pole car. Trying to pick off one more spot to pull the upset is on Cunningham in 2:29, but the laps are winding down as Cunningham 3-car lengths over the machine of Sloan as they hit turn 3.
Coming out of turn 4, Cunningham will lead Sloan as they now have about a
Problems now! Oh my goodness! Now Sloan's got a problem! Up the wall in turn 4, and he will stall his car, and the caution's out! It hurts to be in second place. We saw it happen to Clenard, and now we've seen it happen to the pole car. Jimmy Sloan from Moultrie, Georgia, and the caution's out again.
They work quickly. They're looking at Jimmy Sloan's car to see if maybe they can get him back out on the track. And we'll get some type of pit update here just very shortly as I see what they're going to do with that car. But that pretty much gives Chris Cunningham a big cushion. Of course, I guarantee you Mr. Glenn Luke from Fitzgerald, Georgia, in that 95 car has got something to say about who's going to win this race whenever that checkered flag falls. They are starting to push Jimmy Sloan's car. There comes the push car as it'll slide in behind it to give him a push as they head back to the pits. Something had to have broken in that motor for that to happen. But he was pushing that car really hard like he has done all year long. We're now down to 4 cars here in our super streets.
Under caution yet again.
See what they're doing there. He will leave the racetrack and does not look like he will return. Bad luck for Jimmy Sloan, and what a
4 laps to go. That's what we've been informed. It is 4 laps remaining.
We just Wesley, that's such tough luck. You've got a strong car. It's been strong all year long.
Yes,
all
sir.
year long. You've won the points championship here, and you were sitting just right there in a good position to pick up $1,500. All you had to do was just be able to close on Chris Cunningham a little bit. Of course, it's been hard to do because Chris's car has really been running strong this afternoon. But now with just 4 laps left, that means that Glenn Luke and John McBriar, and they hit that barrel, and he fires and goes.
Back to the restart in the final 4 laps of the race. Cunningham looking to try to lock up the win. He's on in front. Top 3 interviews, or maybe top 4 interviews for that matter, will be done on the front straightaway. He leads. In second spot is John McBriar from Omega, Georgia. Third is the 95 of Glenn Luke. Not anymore. Well, here comes McBriar trying to get it back. 3 to go. They're back to turn 1.
And side by side through turns 1 and 2, it's McBriar. And it is Luke. Down the back straightaway they go. McBriar's got just a little bit of a lead. Now Luke sticks his nose back down in front. They touch going into turn 3, out of turn 4. Look at him get squirted. That's John McBriar there. Starts to wiggle. Beats Luke back to the start-finish line.
Well, the laps are winding down. Here they come down the back straightaway. Cunningham, as the moon begins to come to visual of the back straightaway, high above the Georgia clouds to the line. White flag comes in the air on the west end of the speedway. Cunningham brings him with a white flag. 1 more lap to go. Bring him home in the Super Street. I'm going trackside.
There goes Cunningham out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. John McBriar in second place. And it is Glenn Luke fighting hard to keep that third. Here comes the checkered flag. And Chris Cunningham will win the Super Street Early Bird 50 here at Needmore Speedway. John McBriar will finish second. And Glenn Luke from Fitzgerald will finish third.